I'm going to download the app. So what will be your advice? How will you go about it? What will you do?
If you are convinced that, if he's convinced that he wants, the thing is not that you are taking, like what I said earlier, it's
Because
not,
this is gambling, remember.
it's gambling. Like it's not that you are taking it as a matter of life and death, that that's what you are doing, that's
There actually are some people who takes it as matter of life and death.
no.
Because some people put their okay. Let me take you back to this boy that they committed suicide, that killed himself back in one polytechnic. He gambled his school fee and his friend's school fee and lost. And this is not, and that was not the first time doing it. He did it the previous
that's why I
semester.
said that anything that you are doing that you are addicted, when addiction sets in, it's going, you are it's going to affect you a lot. That is, gambling is not limit. Gambling is all over, betting is all over the world. It's nothing, there is nothing spectacular
Yes, it's
in
all over. It
betting.
doesn't make it
it,
right.
is gambling wrong? Zero.
For me, is a no for gambling. For me, it's a no. But we're all entitled to our own
Opinion
We're
about
all
it.
entitled, because I've seen gambling do more harm than good. Honestly, I've seen a gam. Okay, let me take you back to before I moved into Abuja. Before I moved to Abuja, I was in Port Harcourt, and I actually I was in school then. There was this guy that lives close to me. He was a student. He was training himself, and he was also doing some kind of site also. Every day he's always on this betting. You will see a long sleep with him. He uses he had to drop out because I think because
He
of the
couldn't cope.
betting, he couldn't cope, because any money that comes in, he puts it into betting. Money comes in, because he's expecting to get a return from this betting. Your
That's
friend
why,
can say, "Oh,
that's
today
why I said
I
that.
want to so and so amount,"
I
and
I made a statement earlier. I said anything, anything you are doing that you get addicted, as in that you cannot do without, you are not even going to make headway in it.
so how do you make sure that you are not addicted to gambling? Because
That is,
it's really difficult not to get addicted
that
to
is why,
gambling.
I told you earlier that if I'm like, yeah, there is no we are now presently, now there is no premiership again, no, as in most of the leagues in Europe are currently winding down, as in the season seems to be over, as in, but it's not every time that you bet. It's not every time that you bet. When you are doing it almost all the time, it will be draining your resources. That's why I say you should be able to have a budget. For if you are using 1,000 naira to bet in a month, immediately you are out of it, as in you've exhausted your 1,000 naira, you should be able to stop and tell yourself that I'm done here. It's not every game that you put your money on. It doesn't work like that. If you continue along that
not
trend, you
not
are going to lose a
everybody
lot of money. You are just going to be wasting your resources.
not everybody is as disciplined as you are. You know that.
That's what I'm saying. If you are anything you are doing that you are not disciplined, that you cannot caution yourself, that you don't know where to stop, where to put an end, you'll be running at a loss. Even if you are doing a business that you are not disciplined, you don't know what is you want to do, as in you want to partake in every business.
Okay. Then let me chip in this question. If you are saying this, is there a particular amount that someone has to put into betting for a month for you to say, okay, you are not addicted? Is there a particular amount?
It depends on what you are getting from it. See, it depends.
Like you said, there is
Like,
no sure thing.
yes,
It might come, it might not
yes,
come.
it depends on what you are getting. What you are, as in, it depends on what you are getting from it. If some people, there are some people that they are winning consistently from it. Like example, if you are winning, maybe you are winning 100,000 naira every month, and from that 100,000 naira, maybe you are using 20,000 naira to, as your budget
To bet
to
in the
bet.
month. So you are getting a profit of 80,000
80,000
naira.
naira. So it's,
So you're telling me that in a month someone can actually win 100,000 naira in a month
what is
from
100,000 naira?
betting?
You can even win 50 million naira in a month. So what is?
How much do you have to put to win 50 million?
It depends. It depends on this thing come with odd. It depends on the higher the odd, the higher.
Because I too
the
I
higher
feel
the
it
money.
I feel it's all make believe. I don't think those things are actually real, because even if they are real, I've seen this thing harm people. Like people suffer from this betting. I feel it does more harm than good. Because if it actually does, people will not be killing themselves, leaving their work. You see, bike riders packed in one particular place in a betting shop, just to get a list of
Do you
things
know
that
that
may
you are,
or may not happen.
see, you are just, what you are saying is, what you are saying is I agree with what you are saying. This, most of the people, most of the, see, this thing, I can sit down here with my phone and bet and go to a web.
But at that
a
moment, you are
website.
betting. You are posting on every other thing you are doing.
Are you as you are now, are you not pressing your phone?
I'm not pressing my phone
You
right
can,
now.
it doesn't take you 5 minutes, as in it's normal.
Okay,
Why are you
sorry.
the way you are handling as if it's wrong. What is, there is
I'm
nothing
not
wrong.
saying
What
it's
is wrong?
wrong. I just feel it does more harm than good.
That's why I said that for me,
Mm-hmm.
I've been, as in, I've made a lot of
Benefits.
fortune from it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and I'll be able to discipline myself also.
Okay. So, what actually? Okay. How did you manage? How did you manage to discipline yourself when it comes to this? Because I mean, this is gambling. How did you manage to do it? What advice will you give to those people that can actually
Do
discipline
you know that?
themselves?
Do you know that betting, number one, betting is for, gambling is for adults. If you are, yes, it's for adults.
It's supposed. I would say it's supposed to be
it's not
for
supposed.
adults.
It's for adults.
Kids
If you are not,
betting,
if
people
you are not,
below 18 are betting.
that's
Kids
an
below
abuse.
18 are betting.
That's what,
Because they have a phone and they can go to the betting
no, in
shop.
this part of the world where things are not regulated, where everybody just wake up and do whatever they like. See, in an advanced country, in the other side, betting is not meant for.
Yes, so
Yeah,
it's not meant for kids.
For
Yes.
kids is.
But even in the advanced countries, children below 18 are entitled
And
to a
see,
cell phone.
even the betting company, they will tell you that gamble responsibly.
No problem.
Gamble responsibly. They will tell you that you should be able to gamble responsibly. As in,
Okay.
you should know your limit. Everything that you are doing that you don't put a limit on, you are going to put yourself into trouble. I don't see why someone will use his or her school fees for betting. It sounds strange, because why, if you use your school fees for betting, you are putting your money on what what is not even sure, what you are something that you are not going to partake, as in you are not, it's not as if you are, like what I said earlier, you want to predict an event that will happen in England, and you are here in Abuja, so and you are putting your life saving in, wow, it doesn't add up.
Okay, what about those
to
people
me.
that take betting as a business?
See, I cannot come here and condemn people that take, that's their call. That maybe, see, some people even take it as,
They'll tell you,
as
what
a
do you do
career.
for a living? They'll say, I bet.
Yes, and if they are making fortune from me, who am I to condemn them? But I'm talking from my own personal experience, from my own perspective. I don't take betting as, it's not my career. It's not. I take it as
Fun thing.
fun, and so far so good. I'm okay with it.
Okay, that's a good one. So let's go to the last question. What advice would you give to someone who is considering betting, a newbie?
Consider betting.
Mm-hmm.
I said this earlier. If you are convinced, if you like, see, like what prompted me to it. I told you, I follow football. I watch football a lot. I'm a fan of Chelsea Football Club, and I follow football, especially Premier League, the Champions League. If I'm using my money to watch them every week in, week out, and I cannot get, and I know how to and I at least I can predict 2 or 3 things that will happen in the game. So why would I sit down and be I will not, as in I will not partake in it, you know?
Okay.
So if you know you have passion for football, also you have passion for football, you have been following football for a long time, and you know that I have a friend, he's not into betting, he doesn't even like it because of his religion, but this guy can predict like 5-6 game correctly on a good day, and
Wow.
and the thing will happen because he follow them, he watch them, if he might even call you that, Patrick, this shows so team in Real Madrid, this player will not be playing, it's going to affect the outcome of the match. Don't put your money on this, because it's going to, and it's going to happen, like, because he follow them, he follow the news. I don't see anything. See, I will say it again. Whatever you are doing that you cannot put a cap into it, you don't know where to stop, it's going to land you in trouble.
That's true. So for someone like me that I don't follow football, I don't know anything about betting, but because I know that you're winning and you're making money from it, and I say, okay, because Mr. Patrick is winning, why don't I just download this app and start betting, and maybe I could win something? What advice would you give to me?
Don't do that. Don't do that if you are not convinced. If you are not convinced, there is no
If I'm not
conviction.
passionate
If you are
about
not
football,
passionate about, see, and it's not only football that you can bet. See, there's so many sports. So
Oh.
many sports.
Oh,
You
I
have
see.
basketball. You have tennis. Some people they follow tennis. People that like tennis. That if you ask me anything about tennis now, I don't know. I don't know. But there's some people they love tennis. They follow football. They can tell you what is going to happen. This team are better than this team in basketball. If something that you have been watching for over 2 decades, that like I've been following Chelsea for since 2003 2004.
Oh, wow.
So I've been watching Premier League since, so I know to some extent what is, I follow all the teams, I know what is going to happen to some extent. That as if you don't have a passion for it, if you just see that, you just think that because people are doing it, because people are making money from betting, you just want to up in, and you don't even know anything about what you want to bet on. Before you bet, before you put your money into it, like I told you earlier, you should be able to know what you are betting on. Is it for the team to win? There are several options in is it for the team to score goals? Are you saying they will not concede? And when you are doing this thing, a lot of factors came, as in that there is a lot of factors that determine all these things. So if you have to know much about what you are putting your money on, as in you have to get the right informations about the teams
About the
before you
teams,
put your money
yes.
on them.
That's a really good one, Mr. Patrick. So, what Mr. Patrick is trying to say in essence is, I can't stop you from betting, he can't stop you from betting, but all we're saying is to bet responsibly. Don't put in all your life savings into betting and end up regretting. Just like, don't let people make an example of your life. Don't be the person that will say, okay,
Don't overdo.
don't overdo it. Don't be the person that will say, oh, he lost all his money into betting. Don't be that kind of example. Be disciplined when it comes to betting. Bet responsibly.
Don't take it as
Don't
a
take
career.
it as a career. Thank you. Don't take it as a career. If you want to even take it as a career, make sure
Just
you
for fun.
use your sense. Don't use your life savings. Don't use everything. Don't borrow money to bet.
And
Bet
gamble
responsibly. Please bet responsibly, because it's alarming where you hear that someone died because he's lost his whole money or his whole
Shameful.
wealth into betting. It's really shameful. It's very, very shameful. If you don't know about it, don't go into it. If you know about it, bet responsibly. Thank you very much, and we have come to the end of today's program. Thank you, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you. You're
We
welcome.
really appreciate you today. You've
Thank
been our
you.
regular face here, and really thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, and thank you, our viewers. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel on ACJ Online TV. Follow us on Facebook, like, comment, and share our posts. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and also on TikTok. We really appreciate you, and we look forward to see you in our next live program happening on Monday, 2:30 p.m. Thank you, and this is Ejiro again.
Let me tell you to stand up. Just stand up.